by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete.
Let's start with the ones that are least likely to attack and slowly work our way towards the most aggressive ones
Y'all think I could survive an apex predator? What is an apex predator?
on the
Randy
list.
Orton?
Number 17, eagles. There has only
Eagles?
been one eagle.
Nigga, I'm surviving an eagle, gang. He might fuck my hair up like on some wild shit, but like nigga,
Attack on a human in recent history, but one is one too many, so we simply can't risk it. Obviously, as of right now, you wouldn't stand a chance against any apex predator, but by the end of this video, you will have the knowledge to not
who won't survive the apex predator? Trippin'? You won't survive the apex predator, nigga. I'm clapping that shit. Got it on my hip. Like a baby. Talking about. But no, I'm lying. I own no weapons. Great hands. We're tussling. We're the bro. In life to death though, think about it, gang. Like if you have to die or someone has to die, it's not gonna be me.
only defend yourself, but also come out victorious every single time. After all, knowing is half the battle, and the other half is pure luck. Let's begin. You have entered a 1v1 against an eagle. Now, assuming you're not a small child or a little person, you won't have to worry about being carried away to its nest. First off, you will need to cover your head and face, as eagles are known to only attack this area. So use your shirt, backpack, or whatever
yo, imagine though, like, let's actually imagine, cause like they have claws, like tangs, yo.
you have to shield this
Your
weak
face would be
spot without
cooked.
covering your eyes, as you will be gambling them for a chance to
Nah, they
see when
might
the
clap
eagle
your eyes.
approaches.
Imagine they
As
cook
it
you
sweeps down
blackened.
to attack, cover up, as it will more than likely impale you with its 4-inch talons, falling right into your trap. This will be your chance to grab a hold of it, tightly securing its body with one hand and its head and beak with the other. Now, of course, whether you follow up the body lock with a slam is totally up to you. Number 16, leopard seals. Yeah,
Leopard
I had
seals.
no
Why would I
idea these
be? Why
blobs
would
were
I have an
apex
interaction
predators
with this? Why would I have an interaction with this? Why would I have an interaction with this? Don't these niggas live in Antarctica again? I don't even think I would ever go to Antarctica. Oh, back to our third eye. Speaking of Antarctica, why, like, y'all don't find it funny though that all of the nations around the world that are ops and beef about everything have a treaty that they all sign and agree that they can't fuck with Antarctica. Like they gotta leave Antarctica untouched and keep it safe. That's not weird. I think y'all think they hiding something there? Let me chill before I'm packed up in a week. I love my life. I just graduated college.
There have only been 2 documented cases of leopard seals attacking humans in recent history, with one of them being fatal. And I personally will not allow you to become one of those statistics. You're swimming in the Antarctic Ocean and a leopard...
Pause. I honestly don't know what I would do here. Because, like, why am I in the Antarctic? One, why am I in Antarctica with my black ass? 2, I'm not getting in that cold ass water, nigga. Wallahi. Where's my soundboard? I'm not getting in that cold ass water, gang. I barely get in the pool. The pool has to be hot. The pool has to be warm for me to want to get in the pool, gang. We go to the beach. The only reason I'm getting in the water at the beach is because it's hot as shit and the sun is beating me at like 90 degrees. I need that shit I need the water to hit my knees or some shit. Even then, I'm not even fully submerging like my whole abdominal area into the water, gang. Tripping, bruh.
leopard seal has locked onto you. First, you must keep your eyes on the seal at all times, as you must be ready to counter its attacks. Luckily, the seal is only capable of memorizing too. Depending on what the seal is seeing will determine which attack it chooses.
Did the fish shit? The fish shit. I'm not going into the water. I'm not going into the beach water no more.
Is. First, you must know which of these two body types you
Done
currently
for.
have. If you're built like figure 1, you can expect the bite and thrash attack. If you resemble shape 2, the seal will attempt the bite and drag attack, taking you deeper into the ocean to drown you. Now for the counter.
I'd be
You will begin by
cooked.
gouging the
I'm
seal's
getting
eyes with
drowned.
both hands, as well as punching its snout with everything and anything you have.
Bro, no, I'd get clapped because one, we're in the water, right? So think about it. Think about it. We're in the water, right? Yo, gang, if he snatches me down, I'll be so thrown off. I'm like, yo, what the hell? And I can't even speak because now I'm underwater. I'm be like, now, two. Now I'm under the water. You know how hard it is to punch underwater, gang? Like, and effectively do damage? What the hell? Nah, they won. I'm not gonna lie. A sea lion, what's it called? Your otter? They're clapping me.
And once the seal sees that you're not worth the trouble, it will surely let go, allowing you to escape and swim to land. Obviously, once you're both on land, you've pretty much secured the win, since the seal's mobility is greatly compromised, and you
That's
can
what I'm
go
saying,
ahead
though.
and
If we
finish
take it to the land, we're taking it to land, I'm smacking that nigga bald ass.
him off with body shots. Number 15,
What?
pythons. Now, surprisingly,
Oh,
this is the
fucking
only
snakes.
apex predator on the list where you will have the option of simply walking away from
Hell
the
yeah.
fight. But I
Exactly.
know
I'm
how
not
it
even fighting
is.
that shit.
Sometimes our
Got
egos
it,
get the
gang.
best of us, and we end
Got
up
it.
taking the fight anyway. There
Bro, I see this thing. I'm not going. Do not approach. That's how you win. You see this thing? Do not approach, gang. What? Like, y'all gotta think sometimes, bro. Like, fight or flight. Why you always gotta fight some shit, bruh? Half the battle is being able to walk away. Look at this thing. Now, what can you do to that? If you don't have this on you, or like something on you, if you're just hands, why is it even a thing in your mind to be like, yeah, I need to fight that. I need to clap that thing. What is wrong with you? What?
only a few snakes in the world that are classified as
stand up, that
apex
shit as tall as me,
predators
nigga.
and have
I'm like
also
these.
attacked humans. But don't worry, I'll be teaching you how to defeat them all. Let's start with the pythons. Now, if I'm going to teach you how to defeat a
Safety
python, I
or
might as well show you how to
two.
take out the largest one of
Perfect.
them all, the reticulated python. This snake can reach a maximum weight of around 300
Nigga, that's 2 times my weight. Rise.
74 pounds and grow over 23 feet in length.
Perfect.
If those stats make you nervous,
On a yacht.
stop embarrassing yourself. After all, are you really going to lose a fight to a girl? Since male pythons only grow to about half that size and are hardly even worth the battle. Let's begin. You've decided to stand your ground against the python. Now, the first thing you must do is keep the fight standing. This is very important for 2 reasons. 1, it will prevent the snake from getting leverage and constricting at full strength. And 2, it will prevent the spectators from booing. It will only be a matter
Bro.
of time before the snake gets a hold of you, so you must control its head while using
Yeah, like, this is cool. I don't think a snake will ever catch me lacking in this position because I'd literally have to be lacking. It's like getting bit I'm worried about. Aren't they like venomous? I'd be
your other
clapped.
hand to grab its tail and begin unwrapping
Gotta,
it
like,
from your
touch their
body.
neck.
By this point, you will be covered in snake urine, so sliding him off shouldn't be an issue. Once you're
My
free,
body
push the
just
snake away from you,
cringed. Shit gonna
and as
piss
long
on
as
me?
the
No,
snake
I have to
retreats,
clap him
you've
after that.
officially won the fight. If
Nah,
it chooses
I
to
didn't
return
win
from
yet. I didn't win yet. It pissed on me. I'm not gonna lie. I have to go chop his head off and then piss on his dead body. Word of
For
bro.
more punishment,
Talking
repeat
about.
step 1. Number 14, giant otters. Pick it up, body slam it. Number 13, hyenas. In Africa, hyenas are known to attack humans that sleep outside during the hot summer months. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure you could do that safely. But okay, let's begin. You have just been woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of a crunch. That crunch was your leg, but that doesn't matter now. You have entered a street fight.
What does that
and whether
mean?
you live or get shredded
That
to
shit probably
pieces
hurts.
depends entirely on how
Look at their
well you can
teeth.
memorize the following information. Thankfully, you were abruptly woken up from your sleep, so remembering this life or death advice shouldn't be a problem. First, you must remain completely calm. Stand your ground, and whatever you do, never give your back to the hyena.
No,
Now,
word
the reason
too.
you must do this is to
That's
not seem
anything.
like prey, so try your absolute best to look like a predator. But if that doesn't come naturally, just mirror whatever the hyena
I bet I'm straight up. I survived, chat. Let me know if I survived. Yo, what's up, bro? Yo, what's up? What's up, pussy? What's up? What's up, nigga? 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 Yeah, yeah, Apollo. Yeah, 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 yeah. Matter of fact, Apollo, act like the hyena. Act like the hyena, right? Act like the hyena. What? What's up, bro? 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 Me. Oh, nah. They hit one of those, I'm clapped. Word 2, I'm clapped. If they hit one of those, I'm clapped. Apollo, are you clapping a hyena?
Does. If it takes a step
I think
toward
we're
you,
both
take
done.
a step toward the hyena. If the hyena lets out a cackle, let out a cackle as well.
I'm like,
Eventually, the hyena will
What
see
the
that you're not
fuck
worth the
am I
trouble
talking
and it will
about?
run
It's
away,
8 a.m.,
leaving you
my
with an
motherfucker's
easy
no
win
sleep.
and minimal damage. Now, of course, some hyenas, like the spotted hyena, attack in clans with numbers as high as 100. But this video only covers
Oh no. Fuck out of here.
how to
I'm
fight
not
1v1s,
traveling until I get
so
an
you'll
arm.
have to figure that one out yourself. Number 12, orcas. You may not know this, but orcas are some of the easiest apex predators to defeat in the wild. Let me
Orcas are
explain how
sweet,
these
aren't they?
fights typically
They're
go.
sweethearts.
You are enjoying your day
They're
swimming in
called
the
killer
open
words,
ocean.
but I remember reading this because I used to like they just used to be fascinating to me. So I I told you I had a reading era. Like I look up stuff I was interested in. And like killer, I don't know, they got the word killer. Apollo, do not get on that couch. Stop thinking about it. They got the word killer. They got the name killer because they would kill like sharks and stuff, not like humans.
But unbeknownst to you, you have just entered a fight with an orca. As the killer whale breaches the water all around you, you just have to do what comes naturally, which is breaking out into a complete panic. And before you know it, the fight is over. We really are a lot scarier and more intimidating than we give ourselves credit for. Now, I must warn you, if this fight takes place in an unsanctioned cage fight, like the ones you see at SeaWorld, the odds of winning are pretty much non-existent. After all, us humans perform best.
Apollo scratched my tattoo. Can y'all see that? Is it cooked? Like, is my skin gonna grow back? Like, is the tattoo gonna grow back? Or is, like, my skin just gonna come back normally? Like, my normal skin. Yo. No way. I didn't even feel that. I was just looking at my arm and I saw it. Damn, Mud, your nails are sharp.
In street fights, where there are no rules.
I'm
Number
not
11,
beating a hyena.
Komodo dragons. Since 1974, there have been 24 Komodo dragon attacks on humans, including 5 fatalities. But today, we'll put an end to that once and for all. Let's begin. A Komodo dragon just made the worst decision of its life. It chose to start a fight with you. Lucky for you,
Losing
you
to
were
Mrs.
prepared thanks to
Kipling
this
from
video.
Jesse?
Now, in the rare case where a Komodo dragon catches you on a bad day, where
Nah,
you're
they're
just
scary
not
though,
in the
and
mood
they're
for a
fast. I
fight,
seen
you
it
can
on
simply
Animal
sprint your
Planet.
way to a victory, since they have terrible stamina and can only reach a pathetic speed of 13 miles per hour. The average human can sprint around 14 miles per hour,
average
so
human.
expect to dust him by at
Nigga,
least a couple of feet.
I'm faster than a lot of niggas, man. Feel me? Now, if I'm with ganging them, I don't know what to tell them because I'm running faster than them. Hopefully, they could just run faster than the thing. Or two.
If I know you like I think I do, I know that you would never turn down a fight with a Komodo dragon. So let's begin. First, you must be aware of the Komodo dragon's bite. If this attack lands, it will one-shot you, since it's highly venomous. Next, you'll exploit the lizard's terrible mobility by running away from its charge attack in random zigzag patterns. You will repeat this counter until the lizard's stamina is completely drained. You will know you've reached this point when the lizard inevitably turns around and quits. This will be your chance to get creative and chain together whatever combos you desire, winning the fight by whatever you want. Number 10, King Cobras. King Cobras kill around 5 people per year, and you will not be one of them. Now, similar to the python, the choice of engaging in the fight is totally up to you, since the rare option of simply walking away is available. But I don't blame you if you want to teach the snake a lesson it will never forget. This fight always begins when you unexpectedly corner a king cobra, locking you into the 1v1. The first thing you must do is stay calm, remain as still as possible, and back away slowly to give yourself some space. Any fast movements here could initiate a strike, which again would one-shot you. Now, if you're Indian, you can simply pick up the snake and place it down in a more favorable location. But once you and the snake are in an open area, you've pretty much won the fight, since the snake will take every opportunity it can to run away. Number 9, jaguars. Real quick, for the two of you out there that prefer to avoid this fight, let me get you out of the way first. You've just stumbled across a jaguar in the wild. The first thing you must do is avoid eye contact at all costs, since the cat will interpret this as a challenge. Thankfully, we mastered this skill a long time ago, so this shouldn't be an issue. Next, you must back away very slowly without ever turning your back on the cat, as any fast movements here can trigger the jaguar's predator instinct. If you did all of that correctly, your odds of surviving the encounter should be decent. Now, with those two bozos out of the way, time to talk to the rest of you who are itching to let your hands go. So let the mental warfare begin. First, you must make yourself look as big as possible, lifting your shirt, backpack, child, or whatever other disposable items you may have. Next, begin to shout at the cat in a stern voice. This should intimidate the cat. In the rare instance that the cat chooses to attack, you must stand your ground and protect your head at all costs, as it will attempt to crush your skull. In many instances, if the jaguar's initial bite fails, the odds of it fleeing are very high. But if it does manage to latch onto you, you must punch and elbow the cat's eyes and snout with all of your power to convince the cat that you're not to be messed with. Remember, others have successfully backed down a jaguar attack, so you can too. And before you know it, you will be the one standing in the jungle covered in the cat's blood and asking for more. Number 8, mountain lions. In North America, there have been around 30 fatal mountain lion attacks since 1868. Mountain lions are ambush predators, but there are many videos here on YouTube where they change their play style and instigate fights with humans head on. And that's the style of fight we will be focusing on. Now, the most common mistake people make when they encounter an aggressive mountain lion is believing that they are in any real danger to begin with, since the 1v1 was against their dog. Now, assuming you're alone, the fight has become much easier. First, you must never break eye contact with the cat. Run away, crouch down, or turn your back to the animal. But once you're dialed in, let the mental warfare begin. Start by yelling at it. Next, lift your shirt over your head and appear larger. And lastly, swing your arms wildly to show off your insane speed. This will remind the cat that it is incredibly outmatched. In the rare chance that this doesn't work, you will have to initiate plan 2, which is walking the entire trail backwards as the cat continuously charges at you, in the hopes that you will trip and fall. But this next step is crucial if you want to win. Quickly grab a rock from the floor and toss it in the direction of the cat, which will quickly scare it off. There's only one video on all of YouTube where a guy does exactly that, which means it works 100% of the time. Number 7, alligators. There are an average 10 to 15 alligator attacks per year, with around 2 of those being fatal, most of them occurring in Florida. And I want to make sure that you guys can enjoy Florida's amazing weather, the entire 3 months of it. Rule number 1, never enter the water in states that have alligators, as a fight there is a guaranteed loss. With that out of the way, let's begin. An alligator has decided to gamble its life by entering into a street fight with you. This matchup shouldn't be a problem, as you will have many options from the start. You can taunt the takedown, baiting the alligator's charge attack, which is easily countered by sprinting in a straight line, quickly depleting the alligator's stamina bar. Of course, you can further slow it down by spamming calf kicks, reducing its mobility further. Another option is simply running around it in a circle, taking advantage of its terrible turning radius. At this point, it's only a matter of time before the alligator admits defeat, and leaving you with an easy W. Number 6, bears. Over 40 people are attacked by bears every single year.
40 per year, damn. Black bear, I could handle that. Grizzly bear, oh shit, fuck. Polar bear, oh shit. I'm gonna just hope my relationship right with God. I ain't gonna lie, they got it.
But today, it all stops. Grizzly bears and polar bears have obviously spec'd into the tank build, so they're going to require as much knowledge as possible to defeat. I will cover both fighting strategies, so by the end of this section, you will be completely comfortable around both of them. Let's start with the easier of the two, the grizzly bear. A grizzly bear typically enters a fight when it's threatened, has cubs, or is caught by surprise. That's why I highly recommend you carry a Bluetooth speaker and play it at maximum volume anytime you're in a public park, which would be greatly appreciated by other visitors. Now, if by some reason a bear is crazy enough to pick a fight with you, don't worry. You'll be prepared for just that. First, you'll need to warm up by curling up into the fetal position and playing dead. Now, make sure to hold this power stance, even if the bear begins to chain together attacks. And with a little bit of luck and a lot of heart, the bear should eventually back off, seeing that you're a tank build as well. Now, fighting a polar bear
I seen
is
this in a
basically the
movie
complete
once. I seen it in a movie once where the guy played dead and the bear fucked him up, but he survived. Like, damn, I forgot what movie. I was legit.
opposite of what you just learned. Unlike the grizzly bear, the polar bear will attempt to eat you if it's slightly hungry. He'll basically take a look at you and think to himself, yeah, I could eat. Which has happened around 75 times since the 1870s. Luckily, if you're in a pinch, playing dead against a polar bear will end the fight very quickly, in about 3 bites or so. If a polar bear locks onto you, you must try your best to look intimidating, doing all the usual tactics. And if you're attacked, you must fight back with everything you have, targeting its eyes and nose. Now, you're probably thinking, physical attacks won't do much to a polar bear. Wrong. And to prove that, there's even a famous saying, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. And if it's white, good night. So obviously, physical attacks work. Number 5, wolf. With around 500 wolf attacks around the world since 2002, this is a matchup you need to get familiar with. I'm just gonna say it now. I don't want to read in my comments that you were attacked by a wolf after this video drops. Alright, let's begin. First things first, let me cover what you should never do. Don't run. You're not fast nor agile enough. And never bring your dog to wolf country, as they're known to provoke an attack. So quickly take them out. With that out of the way, let the fight begin. You must stand your ground and keep eye contact at all times. Do all of the usual things to appear as large and intimidating as possible. This should make the wolf think twice before attacking you head on. If the animal does charge, it will more than likely latch itself onto your arm, which sadly means he fell right into your trap. As you let elbows rain down on its eyes, snout, and head, the wolf will have no option but to retreat. If the 12 to 6 elbows are not having an effect, begin gouging its eyes. And if that doesn't work either, you will have to resort to dirty and cheap tactics. Blowing on his face.
Shit gonna bite your nose off.
This may be the last ad you ever
Yo,
see.
this nigga's trying to get us
Because
line,
of the free
chat.
ad block extension.
Number 4, sharks. These 3 sharks have
getting
been
us
responsible for
lined,
thousands
bro.
of attacks on humans, averaging
all a
around
troll,
70 per
babe?
year. But we can all agree, it stops today. Now, you would think since this fight takes place in the ocean that this would present some issues. Wrong. With the correct knowledge, a shark doesn't stand a chance. After all, the ocean was our first home. You are enjoying a beautiful day at the beach, snorkeling at a reef, when suddenly, this wall closes behind you. First, you must remain calm and slowly work your way towards the shore or boat as you maintain eye contact with the shark. This is because sharks specialize in the surprise attack. Usually, awkward eye contact is enough to stop an attack, but in rare instances, the shark might be determined enough to approach. If he does, gently push his snout away from you. But if for some reason it gets aggressive and turns back around, this is when you'll introduce him to your legs and fists, striking its snout, eyes, and gills. Now that you're loose out there, it's time to go for the finish. Simply flip the shark upside down, initiating the tonic immobility move, a KO. that will leave the shark in a state of paralysis, instantly ending the fight. Of course, if the shark is a fully grown great white, it will be extremely difficult to flip over, so that fight will just end the way it typically does, with the shark getting a mouthful of preservatives, GMOs, and food dyes, and leaving in pure disgust. Number 3. Tigers. Finally a fair matchup. There are around 100 fatalities each year from tigers alone, mainly in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Indonesia. So for those of you who plan on visiting, pay attention. But for the majority of you, go ahead and skip to the next section. You are now in a fight with a tiger. Let's first cover what not to do. Don't run, crouch, lay down, or play dead. This is basically handing the tiger a win, and that's not what we're about on this channel. Next, never approach a tiger if it has cubs, since you will surely be outnumbered. And last but not least, never urinate on yourself. I'm not kidding. Urinating is seen as a form of aggression. With that out of the way, let's talk about what you need to do to win. You must stay calm. Back away slowly to give yourself some space. Make yourself seem as large and intimidating as possible. If the tiger still decides that you're a pipsqueak, this would be the time to show him what you're made of. Like always, you offer your weak arm and begin to attack the eyes, ears, and nose using rocks, sticks, and fists. Once you get sick of being dragged around, you can use your free arm and stick it down its throat, hitting its gag reflex and release.
Does this nigga think the tiger's just gonna sit there and allow that? Like, no, the shit's gonna retaliate with his claws and shit. Like, this is all a troll. This all has to be a troll. Why did I just click on this troll ass video?
I didn't make that up. This guy did. If all else fails, climb the nearest tree. Tigers are terrible climbers and will more than likely leave the match instead of doing any real work. Number 2, lions. With hundreds of attacks per year, this matchup isn't one you can sleep on. Let's begin with what not to do. Any more pathetic than these guys? Camp.
So I'm not gonna lie, I take everything I back. I'm getting clapped by half of these.
The water's edge and one-shotting humans for thousands of years is starting to get old.